John, how deep is your love as a horse who's really made rapid strides for you and your stable? Excellent run in defeat last time.
Yeah, it's been racing well right from the first day. He's been solid in his form. He's only a 3-year-old, so he's done an exceptional job.
He clearly has a very good constitution, John, as you say. I mean, just a 3-year-old, for what he's actually done in such a short space of time, I mean, that's obviously a great trait to have, isn't it?
Of course, yeah. He's got a good constitution, good temperament, sound, takes his racing quite well. And he's sort of learning and stepping up in grade. He's coming up to the mark every time we ask him, so he couldn't do any more.
He re-opposes Easton, who beat him last time. I had to give him £9 last time, slightly better off at the weights with him. I guess in the form he's in, you're confident you can turn that form around?
Oh no, I wouldn't be confident. Of course, Happy Valley, there's a fair bit to come into play there. But the horse is well, and he should run his normal race. He'll run well again. It's just a matter of the circumstances of the race, whether he can win or not. Had
a trial, John. He had a new jockey on as well. How did that sort of decision come about? Obviously, I know his connections probably have a little bit to play with that decision.
Yeah, we'll try the new jock, Michael D, and see how he goes. If he seems to be riding very well, and as his opportunities will come, he'll probably do very well in Hong Kong.
Richard, One for All is a horse that's been in great form for you recently. 1,200 metres, Happy Valley leading. It's been a good combination.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really picked his game up, and he's been ridden by 3 different jockeys. We've got Luke again. I would have preferred the apprentice on him, but Luke again, and definitely another shout in the race.
I guess on what we saw last time, to get away and lead from 12, it was a good ride from a jockey in form.
Yeah, he looks great out the gates, and I'd expect similar tactics again tomorrow.
And do you put the winning form and the improving form down to the fact that he is leading now?
He's always showed a lot of class, this horse. We were very disappointed with his first 6 months here, and he was sore. And so it's just a question of being patient, and it's really good that he's starting to blossom now.
He clearly does like to lead, as we've touched upon. He's drawn gate 8. I guess it could have been kinder, but with a horse with good early speed, I guess if he is away on terms, then it's not a bad place.
Yeah, he likes that wide draw off that bend. I'm not sure why, but it's to his liking, and very few horses win 4 in a row, but we'll be trying hard.
A bit more weight on his back probably doesn't make it easier, but then that said, obviously, if he keeps winning, we won't mind.
Well, of course, but 4 in a row, not many do that, but he's definitely got a good shout. He's in good form.
Casper Dancing Code, one of your runners on Wednesday night. He's having his first sighter around the valley, but let's talk about his form so far. He's done a good job twice in defeat.
He has, yeah. A couple of nice races, finishing second both times, and I've decided to say, right, let's take him to the valley, and hopefully he's tough enough to get round that track. He's drawn a good gate, so he'll give himself every chance to do that. Obviously, it's a race that's quite competitive, but he's showing us that he's a horse that can certainly win in this grade.
You trialled him around the valley back in November, obviously a while since that trial, but was that always just a sighter to the aim of possibly bringing him here?
Yeah, obviously. It's nice when you can take these horses away from Shartin and give them a spin around that circuit. And look, he's a nice horse. He's still developing, so we're going to have a bit of fun with him.
Certainly ran on well last time, didn't he? He's got that sort of nice explosive turn of foot which sees him to good effect late.
Yeah, he sort of lost the plot a little bit, and then he knuckled down to the task the last part, which was nice to see, So we'd be hoping that he's sharp from the gates and posies up in a good spot and can get the job done.
I'm not sure you're a man that sort of necessarily has to deal with pressure per se, but he's owned by a famous owner. That's always a bit of excitement. Do you feel much pressure training for Mr. Kwok?
No pressure at all. He's a good friend. He understands racing, and he's got good experience. I've bought him some nice horses over the years. We've won a lot of races for him, and long may that continue. So yeah, he's a very good loser. He cops it really well, and he's also he enjoys getting the winning results. So obviously, I'm here to get some winners with this horse, and I'm sure it won't take long before that happens.
Probably help bring a healthy crowd to the valley as well, I would imagine.
Yeah, he does. But, he's great for racing because whenever he comes out, the fans flock to see him, and he's good for the sport. So I'm very happy to have him in my yard.
Jamie, Romantic Lao has done a pretty good job for you in a short space of time. He's going up in grade on Wednesday night, but he can't come into the race in better form.
No, he's going well. He's a horse that just took a little while to work it all out. He's a graduate of the international sale from last year, and he's a nice style of horse. He's gaining a bit of confidence now and doing things well. So we're pleased with where he's at and how he's going, but he's got to take that next step up into Class 3, as you say.
He certainly does. I mean, just having a look at the field, it looks pretty even. Viva, Hunter, Maldives and Gallant Crown, the last start winner. They're all sort of handy types of horses, but yours is lightly raced, maybe a few pounds still to play with, do you think, with your fellow?
Yeah, we hope so. It's only his first season of racing here, and we're trying to get the ISG bonus. But the horse is in good shape. He's a month between runs. We didn't feel like he needed a trial, just trying to keep him sort of fresh and happy. He's going to need a bit of luck from the gate. He's a horse that has sort of been going back a little bit from bad gates, and when he's drawn well, he's been able to race a bit handier, but we'll just have to leave that up to Zach, and hopefully they go along a bit and he can finish off the race strongly. But he's got a good future in front of him, hopefully.
He had a nice turn of foot, didn't he? Has that always been a trait of his last time? I thought he sort of lengthened quite nicely when asked.
Yeah, I think he'll only continue to improve next season as well, and maybe get a little bit further in distance. He was quite a highly strung horse and just needed a couple of runs to work it all out, and then we put the hood on and he's settled down well and doing things nicely. So with luck and running, he's got to be a nice chance.
Just off the subject of him for a moment, obviously talking of next season, you trialled a horse here this morning by the name of Bravehearts, Grade 1 winner in Argentina. I guess that sort of stock bringing into the stable for next campaign. He looks to be an interesting type of horse.
Yeah, he does. He's come with really good form. His rating is well up there, so we'll just have to protect that a little bit with a view to hopefully trying to end up in the 4-year-old series and those better races over a little bit of ground. But he trialled well here, well short of his best sort of distance after trialling well at Happy Valley the other day. So we've got to thank the owners, the Yu family, for sending him into our stable, and appreciate their support, and looking forward to next season with him.
John Size, Bourbonaire was a winner for you on the weekend. You're happy to back him up quickly, but he really does revel in those softer conditions, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's won a race by 6 lengths in the wet track, and then he won again the other day. So that's what he's looking for. So hopefully we'll get some rain for Wednesday night. That might help him out.
First go around Happy Valley, were you always sort of wanting to bring him here, or was it just a case of where the races presented themselves?
No, at the end of the season, there's not a lot available for him, so we'll take him there. I think he might handle it all right. He's a reasonably quiet horse, and he travels okay, so I think he'll probably be okay at Happy Valley.
New trip as well, coming back in trip. I mean, to some they might sort of label him as a sort of a stayer, if you will, in inverted commas, but coming back to 1650?
I think he finds the 1400 a bit short, but his previous race he ran well at 1600, so maybe he can compete. He's normally up in the first 3 or 4 in a race, so Happy Valley, it might suit him, we never know.
With a horse like him, John, that you are backing up quick, I don't imagine you do a great deal with them in between, do you?
No, there's not much to do. He just has a rest after Saturday, and then a little bit of exercise, and we go to the races.
He's owned by the Sue family. He was one of a couple of winners for them on the weekend. Their horses are going well, your horses are going well, so there's a lot to be happy with at the moment.
Yeah, well, I hope he can run well again. He's had a problem previously, but he seems to have come back to good form for racing, so he might win another one.